Welcome to Ignite Success. I'm your host, Snowden McFall, 25-year professional speaker, 6-time author, and coach. And with me today is Dr. Nicoa Garrett. She is the Executive Director of Families of Slain Children and a slew of other interests. Welcome, Nicoa.
Thank you very much.
Happy to have you here. So tell us a little bit about your background, because you've done a lot of things and you're always committed to helping people. So share with us about what you have been doing.
So currently, I am the chair of the Mayor's Victims Assistance Advisory Council. So we help victims of all ranges within the city. They can come to the table and share their concerns, and we try to help them find some resolve with those issues. I was also formerly the Domestic Violence Court Coordinator for the Fourth Circuit, which covers Duval, Clay, and Nassau County. So I dealt with women who were sexually assaulted, domestic violence, mentally, physically, verbally, financially. So I spent a lot of time doing that. My passion is just empowering people to be all that they can be, making sure that they have the tools and resources to create their own success, because your success is not my success.
Right.
And so I try to empower people to think differently about their environment, think differently about themselves, and value who they are. Because if I value who I am, I'm less likely to condemn someone else or even hurt someone else. So I love people. So
well, that's a wonderful quality.
Yeah.
And so having worked with so many victims of different kinds of violence and different kinds of unfortunate circumstances, what would you say have you seen are the most important lessons in dealing with folks who have dealt with violence?
The most important lesson, I would say, is to be sensitive to what they have gone through. Don't see them from your vantage point, because a lot of times you haven't experienced what they have. So emotions may be a little bit differently. Don't judge them on their responses, because they're responding based off of trauma.
Right.
And so I think it's always a good thing to be culturally sensitive, emotionally sensitive, so that we're not callous because of things that are happening continuously around us and around them. So, and just letting them know that they have a safe place to land when they are around you, that it is a no judgment zone, regardless to how something may have happened, because their healing is going to start in the moments that they're dealing with that person that's sitting across from them.
That's right. That's right. And I know myself, having been a victim of violence, that trauma can last for decades, and you have to get help, you have to get counseling, you have to get support. So that's so important what you're doing.
Yes.
So you are a co-author of a book called Destiny Defined, and this is with how many other women?
6 other women.
6 other women. So we did it our way. So what is it about? Tell us about it.
This book is about 6 amazing ladies. And so all of us went through a doctorate program together or separately. So some of us have our PhDs and some have EDDs. And so this beautiful young lady right here, she's our project manager. So she helped us through all of the good times and not so good times, through the project. And so it's about our lives. We did it our way. It's the letter R, not O-U-R.
Yes.
Meaning that all of us have a different background. People may see the glory, but they don't know our stories.
Right.
We have some amazing stories, to teenage pregnancy, to one of them not even knowing that a Black person could be a doctor until they were 21 years old.
Oh, wow.
Just all type of things in our backgrounds, to let us know that, hey, if we did this thing, you guys can do it too. And here's how.
Right.
Here's how you can do it. Here are some of the pitfalls. Here's some of the things that some of the, pathways you may not want to travel down, but it can be done. And this book is for anyone. It's for men, it's for women. It just so happened to be 5 fabulous Black women.
All right. I love seeing that.
that. The cover, and it's Destiny Defined. And we did it our way,
So when you did it your way, what are some of the things, you said lessons learned and experiences that were difficult for you to overcome that helped you?
Okay. So some of the lessons learned is this. For me, experience is not always the best teacher. And I know some people may not agree with me, but I've learned that.
Right.
What is the best teacher is the evaluated experience, the who, what, when, why, how where, how did I get there? Who was I hanging out with? Whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. And when we often evaluate our paths or our courses that we take, we're less likely to make the same mistakes that we made prior. However, I'm a big believer that mistakes are not bad.
Right.
I have
Me
two
too.
children, and I tell them, go ahead, make the mistakes. Go ahead and fail forward, like John Maxwell says.
Right.
However, you need to learn from the mistakes so you won't continue to make the mistakes, but keep going and make the corrections as you go. But you need to think about what's there, because I don't need to pick up a cat by its tail and let him scratch me. I can just watch you do it.
Right.
So, okay, that's good enough for me.
Learn and observe, and don't make the same mistakes from it.
And so the ladies in this book, in their own way, they tell their stories and they learn from them. There were, people that told us we'd never be anything, and they will eventually tell their stories. But so.
Awesome. So where can people get the book?
They can order it from Amazon.com.
Okay. Amazon. Okay.
And they can get in touch with each of the authors. All of our information is there. They can go to Destiny Define. We did it our way.com. So we did it the letter R way.com.
Well, thank you so much for what you're doing and everything you're doing to help victims of violence and families and empowering others. It's clear that that goes through all of your life.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure.